Hello, amazing artist. We should be all ready to make a bit of shibori. We should have done a few practice drawings in our sketchbook of possible designs. Well, we're going to begin by folding two different shibori folds. So first I folded my paper in half. I have the open part up to the top, and I will fold it in half again. So now I've folded twice. I'm going to open this piece up and fold up to the point in the center. And I'll do that on both of the sides as if I'm making an airplane fold. Then I'm going to turn it upside down. I'll fold it in half again. And at that point, I'm going to make another fold. And it looks like a narrow ice cream cone. For my second shibori design, I'm going to fold it in half once, now twice. I'm going to open that fold and fold in towards the center. So I have two more folds. And then if you notice, instead of folding it forward, I folded it back. And we are going to clamp these with paper clips. If you remember the shibori artists that I had shared last week, they use sewing to clamp all of their pieces of fabric. But we are going to try paper clips. That should be enough to hold a piece of tissue paper. Now our third shibori design, it's going to be up to you on how you fold your last piece of tissue paper. I'm hoping you also were aware that I used 3 different colors of tissue paper. So this one is a choice one, but as you fold, keep in mind that you don't want to fold so tiny that the paint won't be able to soak through all the layers of tissue paper. So you need to be careful not to fold more than probably 4, maybe 5 times at the most. So now I'm going to take my first shibori folded style piece of paper. It almost looks like an ice cream cone. And I'm going to begin to apply paint. Instead of rubbing the brush like I just did, I'm going to actually take my brush and just press the watercolor paint down. And if you notice, I had to turn it over because it didn't soak all the way through the paper. So I want to have a lot of water on my brush and a lot of paint. And I'm going to paint some of the edges the same way that we practiced painting in our sketchbook. So you can see that now it is soaked through. I keep moving it as I go. I'm going to have to do this on my placemat because you notice it's rather messy. So I have that piece done. It is soaked through on all of the sides. And now I can begin my next piece. So I'm hoping you are aware that I needed to switch out my piece of paper. So you may need to do this as well, switching it to another sheet on your placemat so you have a clean place to work. So I should be all set here. I have each of the pieces of the shibori tissue paper filled with watercolor paint, and I've painted them in all different fashions. You're doing the edges, the middle, leaving a bit of space in between like a typical shibori design would have white in between their design. But we are going to have the color of the tissue paper. Enjoy.